tonight's teams very familiar with one another.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they've had some big battles and some close games, and anytime you have that, you have some hurt feelings. So, watch. Both teams are going to come out and play hard right from the start.
So the New York starting five, it's Randall and Robinson at the 4 and the 5. Rose is out there with Barrett, and it's Harkless in at the 3.
And a guy who's averaged as many as 7 free throws a game in his career, Rose knows how to get to the line.
The Knicks shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one. The free throw drops for Rose.
A championship standard in L.A. with the Lakers. The expectations will always be high.
Oh, yeah, Jay, you've been there with me. I mean, we both look up in the Raptors and seen those 16 championship banners up there. I mean, with LeBron James in the fold, the expectation is to get to 17, 18, 19.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
Oh, not many players with the more steady hand at the free throw line than this fella.
And the pass to James. Takes the 13-footer. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
LeBron taking what's offered from mid-range throughout his career. He's all about the best shot available.
Here's Rose. Outside Robinson. Randall down low. Davis is there. Randall no good.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
Excellent D, avoiding fouling and got in the perfect position to alter the shot.
Now here's James. 29 points for him last game against Houston.
And not only that, I mean, if you think about it, he dominated the boards. His energy was incredible. He never stopped working.
Davis with the bucket.
Now, they've tailored their offense around him. And let me tell you, he loves playing in this system.
Now we'll go to David Aldridge, who had a chance to talk with head coach David Fizdale.
Well, Kevin, I asked him, what are some of your main concerns? And he said, we're dealing with a team that can really light it up from the outside. So it's essential that we don't give them open looks from deep, or we'll be in trouble. Kevin?
Thanks, David. Devising a strategy to take away that three-point shot. Here's James after R.J. Barrett's bucket. And so just over a minute and a half played. The drive. Oh, that was an impressive throwdown.
Nasty.
Woo.
And James, simply one of the best dunkers in NBA history, I have to say. Highly creative in how he throws it down.
Pass to Barrett. The kick out to Rose. Pass to Randall. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Barrett. Cans the 12-footer. Barrett's got his second bucket of the night.
An effective mid-range scorer. Barrett excels at finding openings in the defense and capitalizing.
Here's LeBron. And the rebound goes to the Knicks.
And really, despite that miss, they've had a solid start offensively.
Outside Robinson. And there's Derrick Rose on the assist by Robinson.
And you love to see Rose aggressively looking to score on the inside.
Schroeder up top, defended by Harkless. And the call will be against R.J. Barrett. That's his first foul. And here is Los Angeles now, trailing by 2. Caldwell Pope pass to Davis. Caldwell Pope outside. 5 to shoot. Offline with his 3. Knicks have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Rose against James. Rose, no good.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Blocks it again. Up top, Randall. He's guarded by Caldwell Pope. Randall no good.
He gets the playground jumper and can't make good on it. You don't get many chances easier than that.
Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
Now nice, and you can't forget about the bunnies on Caldwell Pope. I mean, this guy is definitely looking to slam it down whenever he gets an opportunity.
Now, here is Robinson. He's been patient so far, nothing on the scoreboard yet. Passes it to Harkless. And there's the call on Andre Drummond. That is his first foul of the game. Now the pass to Barrett. New York moving it around. Harkless dishes to Robinson. Clock at 6. Barrett kicks to Rose. Shoots over Schroeder. Rose can't hit.
The right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone.
And coming up as an only child in difficult circumstances, LeBron James said he had to grow up early, take charge of his life at a young age.
Yeah, and that's what made him such a solid person and a great basketball player. And ever since, he sought control of his own destiny, Kevin. He empowered trusted friends along the way. He's paved a new path for players taking ownership of their careers.
Now here's LeBron after R.J. Barrett's miss. 14 feet away, the offensive rebound. Drummond passes to Davis, and it's slammed in by Davis.
Oh, man, fantastic awareness from the big man. Drummond has an impressive understanding for when his guys have clean looks.
And so New York calls timeout, their first. Last time they met in New York.
Yeah, and their last time out against this club, turnovers really did them in. Just way too many mistakes.
Well, how often do we hear it, Greg? I mean, you got to take care of the basketball. I mean, they got to be much more disciplined tonight.
Check out the story on Julius Randle. Coming off a terrific season, 19th in scoring, and he was among the top 20 rebounders in the league. Never shy about throwing his weight around in the paint.
Yeah, and like you said, one of the better scorers in the NBA last season, a tireless worker on the offensive end. He could be even better this season. Now, here is Robinson. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Hawks in Atlanta. Here's Barrett. That one off the back iron and out. And so it's Schroeder with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Lakers. 4-point game.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. Rose against Schroeder. It's stolen by Davis. In the corner, it's James. Wide open.
You got it. Come on.
And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there.
You two players.
And the Knicks with possession here. Knicks trail by 6. Outside Rose. It's deflected. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Here's LeBron. Up and in from the low block. James has got 6.
Yeah, liking the vision there from Caldwell Pope, looking to get his guys going when they're open.
Rose dishes to Robinson. Back to Rose. To end the drought. Good D by Drummond.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
Oh, just off his game, forcing a few shots, not letting the game come to him naturally.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And what you like about Barrett is his all-around game, a versatile guard / forward who wants to keep improving.
And that one falls for Barrett. And the official start of the season, Chris. Is there any opening day for you that sticks out in the many years you played in the NBA?
One opening game, and I don't remember who we played, but I know it was with Allen Iverson. And AI and I had meetings before the season, and we were talking about just how much we wanted to win. We knew we were coming up on the end of our careers, or I remember never entering a preseason with so much hope, because I knew that he was in, I knew that I was in, and we knew that we both wanted it so bad. So I think we both scored 30 or did something crazy like that. I don't remember, but coming out with him that preseason was so special, because I knew we were going to set the tone for how our team was going to play, and we were engaged that year.
Rose kicks to Robinson. Randall right side over Davis. That one wide left.
And smothered him on that mid-range attempt.
Well, that's how you play it. He does a good job of getting into the shooter's airspace.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's on R.J. Barrett. And the trade for Anthony Davis, a risk for the Lakers, but they feel, Greg, that both sides will find an extension this offseason.
There is mutual interest from both sides. Lakers made the trade, confident Davis would resign. A bit of a leap of faith, but the Lakers did everything they could to secure Davis long term.
And the first one at the line is good.
And guys, at this point in his career, Anthony Davis just entering his prime. Crazy to think when you look at what he's already accomplished thus far.
And New York making a change here. Payton's checked in. And both free throws good for Davis. And we were talking about Anthony Davis. How do you even put into words, Greg, what he's able to do on the basketball floor?
I mean, he's entering the conversation among the best big men of all time. On a nightly basis, dominating in so many facets of the game. Really, it's remarkable. And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
Well, you think defensively that you try to pack in the lane. I mean, but then that opens up some opportunities for their shooters.
So it's the Knicks now, after the basket by Los Angeles. Payton outside. Back to Robinson. Rose looking around. And the Knicks miss again.
I mean, he has to work harder to get a good high percentage look. I mean, he's been taking some bad shots out there.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Yeah, we got to be careful. It's still early. They've expended a lot of energy, but they've also built a nice cushion here.
Rose against Caldwell Pope, and the layup's good off the glass. Caldwell Pope's got his second bucket of the night.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last three field goals have come from the paint.
New York calls timeout. And a trying summer for the New York Knicks fans. After trading away Porzingis, they were hoping to get a big-name player in free agency, Greg, and they didn't.
You know, shocking they refused to offer the max to Kevin Durant. I mean, there were concerns with the Achilles, but instead he ends up in Brooklyn. Combine that with fans' disappointment at missing out on Zion Williamson, and the saga continues.
Knicks.
And let's take a quick look now at some stats for Peyton. He had a strong showing last season. Averaged 10 points per game, 7 assists, and 5 rebounds. And you like what he brings backing up the point guard.
Yeah, no doubt. He knows how to run this offense. Tremendous asset to this team coming off the bench.
Now, here is Robinson. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Kicks it to Rose. Can they get it? And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. And it's the Lakers on the break. And James gets it to go on the assist by Caldwell Pope. LeBron's got 12 in the game. Rose against Caldwell Pope. Rose passes to Harkless. The kick out to Rose. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. And here's the 2K leaderboard with the list of the league's top shot blockers from last season. You look at Robinson, second in the NBA, a great defender.
And shot blocking is the element of the game that I think he cares about the most. That's where he puts in that effort and energy.
I got him.
Here's Caruso. He goes up again. No good there. Great D that time from Portis. And so Peyton will bring it up for the New York Knicks. They trail by 18. He kicks to Rose. It's Robinson, top of the key. Knocks it loose. Caldwell Pope with it, and Rose picks him up defensively. And Davis throws it down.
Oh, and the long arms of Caldwell Pope are so dangerous on defense. He is so good at making his man feel uncomfortable, which in turn earns him a ton of steals.
Now here's Rose. To stop the drought, Peyton trying to get open. And the basket by Rose. He has 6.
Challenging the bigger defender, cutting him down to size with that one.
Oh, that's a tough shot. I mean, you have to have confidence in your abilities to even take it.
And stolen by Peyton. To the middle. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
All right, a moment to check out the stats for Andre Drummond. Great showing for him last season. First in rebounding, 8th in steals, and he finished among the top 10 in blocks, bringing that intimidation factor to the paint.
And getting back to the fact that he led the league in rebounding, you know how hard that is? What a tremendous asset to the team. James, that shot, no good. The Knicks go the other way with it. There's 1:40 left in the first quarter of the game. Peyton kicks to Robinson.
Watch the screen.
The kick out to Rose. Shot clock at 6. The Knicks shooting their 5th and 6 free throws of the game. Good on that one.
And the 6'4", 485-pound Peyton certainly has a unique skill set. Also wants to keep improving as a leader.
That one is no good. Los Angeles leading by 18. James looking it over. He can't get that one to fall. Great D that time from Portis.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
Harkless kicks to Peyton. Pass to Robinson. 6 to shoot. Now here's Rose. Andre Drummond grabs the miss. Drummond's got 8 rebounds in this game.
And another miss. Oof, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right. James with the bucket.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Pass to Payton. Caruso grabs the miss. Los Angeles has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Down low, here's Davis. It's rebounded by Portis.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
Yeah, you can see why he's established that reputation. Strong understanding of how to defend at the rim.
And so it's LeBron James making things happen for the Los Angeles Lakers. He totaled 14 points in the quarter. He's given them all the offense they need right now. We come back right after this. You see a lot of players who pick up a controller and fire up NBA2K, thank goodness, including the king himself, LeBron James.
I play 2K all the time. Seriously, when I'm playing the game, I'm putting certain lineups on the court that I see could actually help us in real life, which is very weird.
Always experimenting, always keeping his mind engaged, Greg, with basketball.
And that's who Bron is. He lives, breathes, and eats basketball.
We welcome you back to Noche Latina. Becoming an annual tradition is always here on 2K Sports, and always exciting. And for the Lakers, this has been the game they wanted to have.
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
You're exactly right, GA. I mean, they've been quicker to the ball, showing great anticipation and terrific hustle.
Here are the 5 New York has to start here in the second. Nerlens Noel is out there with Portis. Then there's Elfrid Payton. Then there's Mo Harkless. And it's Trier in at the shooting guard position. Count the basket.
And Caldwell Pope just blows past defenders with his speed. Just a sensational finisher all around the bucket.
Payton with the ball. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. And Davis sends it back.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Using his good shooting mechanics, Kuzma has the necessary range to hit from deep.
And here is Payton following Kyle Kuzma's 3. Passes it to Portis. Over in the corner, Harkless. The 3 ball. The shot misses. And the Lakers going the other way now. Kuzma with it. Guarded now by Harkless. Kuzma, right side. Here's Davis. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Davis has got 14 points.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Here's Trier. He's guarded by Davis. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Kyle Kuzma. That is his first foul of the game. Dennis Schroeder's checked in for Alex Caruso. Barrett's checked in for New York. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Schroeder against Payton. Shot clock at 5. The pass to Portis. Offensive struggles continue. Missing again. Left side, Davis. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Chris, of the guys you went against and played against, who would have benefited from today's style of play the most?
Oh, man, I got a few names. Billy Owens. Billy Owens, to me, was a guy like a Kevin Durant. No, he couldn't shoot like that, but he did everything on the floor for us there in Golden State. And I think in today, an open game for him where he could get going, oh, man, that would just be incredible. I also think of a guy like Detlef Shrimp. He could post up, he could pop and pick, he could shoot the ball deep, he could shoot off the dribble, finish on the break, whatever you wanted, he could give it to you that way. And I think for both guys, that size, that sweet spot, 6'7", 6'8", but played like a little bit of a guard, those two guys come to mind.
So he gets them both.
And with LeBron James managing to extend his prime, the pressure's on this Lakers organization to make the most of it.
Yeah, you're right, Jay. I mean, it's the kind of pressure you want, though. I mean, getting those superstar players is the hard part. Finding that supporting cast, that's the hard work part.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession. Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Yeah, and it hasn't just been the offensive output. They're putting in the work at the defensive end as well.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. You have to like what we're seeing from Davis.
And he's just attacking the rim with force here. They need to try and deny him the ball in the paint to keep him away from the basket.
Time, let's take a look at last season's best transition team. The Lakers second.
I mean, it's a crowd-pleasing style, right? I mean, this club just got out and ran at every possible chance.
We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Pass to Barrett. Back to Payton. Shot clock at 6. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Davis. Here's Kuzma. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's on R.J. Barrett.
I love the fire Kuzma plays with, especially inside where he dares defenders to foul him. And at Utah, Kyle Kuzma restricted to more of a traditional power forward role. Now, the wide-open NBA style has unleashed his game.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He's off on the first. And Chris, really a combo forward game for Kuzma. He's comfortable playing small forward as well.
Well, defensively, I think he's better on the wing. I mean, think about this. In high school, he was only 5'9" as a freshman. Man, did he grow. He has experience on the perimeter.
Taj Gibson's checked in for New York. And he ends up missing both free throws.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
Payton against Schroeder. Pass to Noel. Just 5 on the clock. They need this. Davis with some nice D.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
It's something that happens to every team. You just have to ride it out, play your hardest, and live with the results.
And not the prototype power forward, but he has tremendous athletic ability.
Floats it up for Davis, and Davis throws it down.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Yeah, right now it feels like they can't miss. We'll see how long they can make this last.
Now here's Noel. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Passes it to Portis. It's stolen by Schroeder. the pass to Kuzma. Tries from 10. No good off the back of the rim. For New York, they've gone an abysmal 0 of 6 from the field since the second quarter began. Trier, that's good.
And with those points, he's able to stop a 15-0 run by Los Angeles.
Schroeder passes to Harrell. And there's the feed to Caldwell Pope, and he banks in the layup. Caldwell Pope's got 4 this quarter.
And the versatility of Caldwell Pope, not just the scorer from outside, but also a threat to shoot the ball close to the hoop as well.
Payton kicks to Portis. Pass to Trier. Back to Portis. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
A high percentage shooter from these spots. Portis has tons of confidence in his inside scoring abilities.
Payton against Schroeder. Kuzma outside. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And so it's New York with it. The Knicks have gone just 2 of 8 shooting here in the second quarter. Payton looking it over. Outside Portis. Pass to Trier. Just 5 to shoot. There's the triple. And there's the foul. It goes on Taj Gibson. That is his first foul of the game. Markieff Morris is checked in for the Lakers. And here are the Lakers. They're on a 17-4 run right now. Bounce pass, Schroeder. Kuzma against Portis. Schroeder outside. From the arc. And again, the Lakers no good. New York's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. It's stolen by Morris. It's Kuzma penetrating. And here's what the schedule looks like for the Los Angeles Lakers. On Sunday, they'll be matching up with Nikola Jokic and the Denver Nuggets. Then on Monday, they'll face off against Donovan Mitchell and the Utah Jazz.
Well, Kev, for all his scoring talent, Kyle Kuzma, he wants to be more. I mean, he's working to round out his game. He's growing as a defender, rebounder, and a playmaker.
Free throw good, Kuzma.
And just a much better job of attacking and getting to the line here in the second quarter. Didn't have a single attempt in the first.
Catching up on the changes for New York. Randall's checked in for Nerlens Noel, and it's Rose in for Portis. And both free throws good for Kuzma.
Coming out of high school, Kuzma was a very raw player, but his development was fast and furious at the college level, and he continued to get better once he entered the NBA.
Randall with the bucket. C-Web last season, Kuzma making strides as a passer and as a defender.
Yeah, Kevin, that's because Rajon Rondo got him in the film room. Rondo! I mean, he improved his recognition, his rebounding, still an area to work on.
Los Angeles with another miss. For the New York Knicks, they come into this one following a loss to the Hawks in Atlanta. Randall passes to Rose. Back to Randall. Shoots over Schroeder. Randall no good. And it's Schroeder with the ball. He brings it up for the Lakers. Only given up 6 here in this quarter. Passes to Kuzma. over Payton. Kuzma can't get it to go.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take. And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
The Knicks have shot 67% from the line tonight, going 4-6.
And their free throw percentage as a unit last year, 76%, right around the middle of the road.
Here's what the Lakers are going with right now. Drummond comes in for Montrezl Harrell, and James subbed in for Kyle Kuzma. Chris, the common thought is you don't want to be a middle-of-the-road team. You think clubs are too quick now to pull the trigger on a rebuild as opposed to giving some time to what they've got and be, more patient?
Oh, are you kidding me, Kevin? Don't make me go. This is why I need a psychologist because, hey, when I was in Washington, we had myself, Rasheed Wallace, and Juwan Howard, and Rod Strickland. Like, just wait a minute. Give us 1 year to try. And by the way, the Bulls won 72. We couldn't have won a championship that year anyway. And so, I think a lot of teams are short-sighted, and it's based upon their expectations, and their expectations may not be based in reality.
Here's Gibson after the made shot from Dennis Schroeder. Here's Randall, and he uses the glass on the layup.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Schroeder kicks to Morris. And Morris throws it down.
Morris is more than willing to put it on the deck. I like seeing the big man take it to the rack.
The Knicks have gone 5 of 12 from the field here in the second. Payton passes to Trier. The pass to Gibson. Wants to get it to Rose, and does. That's tipped.
And Caldwell Pope just has unreal timing on defense. If you put up something soft, he's going to send it back.
To the inside. Schroeder. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. LeBron's got his third assist on the night. New York's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Here's Randall. It's rebounded by Schroeder.
Oh, defense, they just took that possession off. I mean, they get away with it that time, but they got to show some more aggression.
Oh, you got to feel for a guy getting dunked on like that. I mean, he's got no shot to stop that unless maybe he can pick up another foot somewhere.
Looking to end his cold spell, and it's laid in by Rose. Rose has got his third basket of the night right there.
And the quickness and acceleration of Derrick Rose, even with a simple dribble move, he can leave defenders stuck to the floor.
Now here's LeBron. He's got 16. Here's Drummond, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Well, you look at the former All-Star Andre Drummond and the way he rebounds, Greg. He might be the best in the league in that department.
I mean, few players in the history of the league can go off for 20-plus rebounds on any given night. Drummond's one of them. Attacks the glass on the offensive end so well. His offensive rebounding, for me, sets him apart.
And that one misses. Andre Drummond, still a very potent scorer inside, Chris, but he's leveled off a bit with his production.
Yeah, Kevin, he'll get you about 15 or 16 a night, but I don't know if he'll ever be a 20-point-per-game type of scorer. He's working on his free throws, so he could get there. A lot of fans were hoping that he'd grow into more of a scorer, but it seems like he's best off as a complementary offensive piece.
And the second free throw, good.
Now, it took Drummond years of practice to improve his free throw shooting, and his hard work paid off little by little as his free throw percentage began creeping up. It's still a work in progress, though, but it's getting there.
Rose, no good.
If he was shooting even a little bit better, the story of this game would be a lot different.
It's tipped. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. Got to take a look at the steal numbers over the last couple months. The scope of that for Drummond.
I feel like he hasn't been paying as much attention to the defensive aspect of the game as he needs to. His steals have dropped over the past few months, and he needs to get back some of that fire on D.
Now here's Schroeder. Caldwell Pope outside. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. Schroeder's got his 7th assist in the game. New York's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Outside Robinson. Pass to to Trier. Pass to Harkless. 6 on the shot clock. That's tipped. It's stolen by Schroeder. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
2 shots. Foul. 2.
First trip to the line for him here.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from Schroeder. Los Angeles making a switch here. Caruso's checked in. Schroeder hits them both. And it's Rose with the ball for New York. Here's Robinson. And there's the bucket. Staying with it on the offensive glass, getting it done. Robinson's got his second basket of the night. Los Angeles has gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. Lobbed up there for Drummond, and Drummond throws it down.
Wow, Drummond leaving the floor so quickly. The chemistry he has with his teammates on these alley-oops is very impressive.
50 seconds left here in the second. Now, here is Robinson. Here's Trier. Back to Robinson. The Lakers with the rebound. Drummond's got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him.
Nothing soft about the putback there.
And why chance it, right? Take the dunk if you've got it.
Yeah, guys, but where was the box out? No excuse letting him roam that freely on the glass?
Here's Schroeder. The Knicks making the shot. James outside. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Excellent D that time from Robinson. Randall dishes to Rose. Back to Randall. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. So as we conclude the first half, so far fairly one-sided. Lakers ahead, just dominating this one. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Contavious Caldwell-Pope. Contavious, you guys were getting a lot of offensive rebounds in the first half. How important was that?
I mean, that is important, man. We got to keep them off the glass. We can't get them second shot, and we got offensive rebounds as well. Get us some second chance at the basket and just keep working hard.
Well, you made it work in the first half, KCP. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. It was a big-time first quarter from Anthony Davis. He had 18 points, 2 steals, and 3 blocks. And let's get your thoughts, Kenny, on the Lakers.
I'll tell you, Anthony Davis every year has improved his skill level. Much more comfortable from three-point range now, much better ball handler, and better at finding the open man. The complete package.
Shaq, what did you think about New York?
Ernie, I don't use this word a lot because, one, I can't spell it, but it was definitely a subpar effort for them on the glass. That hurt. They're serious about cutting into this deficit. It's gut check time. You hear that, Ernie? I'm getting my gut. You got to check your gut, Ernie. Gut check time, Ernie.
And that's a wrap for our halftime show. The third quarter just about to get started.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. You know, Davis has been exceptional here, guys.
Well, he left his mark on that first half with his quick hands. Great sense of timing to pile up the steals.
Yeah, he's busting his tail, making his presence known. A great job defensively so far.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Contavious Caldwell-Pope is out there with Dennis Schroeder. And it's Drummond in at center. That's the group starting the second half for Frank Vogel.
The biggest fear any opponent has, I mean, watching LeBron go to work inside, I mean, you know what the results are going to be.
And here's Rose. Five on the clock. Fires the three. Sinks the triple. Rose has got 11 points.
And Rose, so dangerous coming off the pick. All he needs is a half step, and he can do the rest.
Poke loose. And a minute played as the second half gets going. Now Harkless. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. And there's the call on Andre Drummond. That'll be his second foul of the game. The Knicks making a switch here. Barrett's checked in. Rose in the post. He's guarded by Schroeder. Rose gets the bucket.
And great elevation on that shot from Rose. When his jumper is falling, he becomes a nightmare to defend.
Inside, and James throws it down.
Yeah, he's shown terrific control of the pace and the rhythm of this offense.
Oh, man, so unselfish. He's doing a great job creating for others and making pinpoint passes.
Feeds it to Schroeder, and the layup is good after a nice lead pass. 8 points for him.
A rock-solid start for him. I mean, they're 3 for 3 since coming out of the locker room.
Rose against Schroeder. Here's the teardrop, and Rose finishes inside. Rose has got 7 now in this quarter.
And with the lift that Rose gets from his legs, he's able to put such a soft touch on those floaters. That's a great shot for him.
Now here's Davis. He's got 18. Schroeder passes to LeBron. Back to Schroeder. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. That's 10 points for Dennis Schroeder.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Schroeder against Rose. Shoots over Schroeder. Misses off the left iron. And it's Schroeder with the ball. He brings it up for the Lakers. Floats it up for Davis. And it's Davis with the jam.
Chemistry at its best. An unreal alley-oop.
You're right. The pass, the catch, the dunk. All of it perfect. Rose goes up and lays it nice and easy. Rose has got 17.
That's a perfect setup. Solid screen. Defender can't avoid it. Opens up a clear path to the bucket.
Schroeder finds Davis. Back to Schroeder. Randall brings the double team. And Davis with the basket on the assist by Schroeder. Schroeder's got his assist totals piling up. 11 now for him. Now here's Rose. He's got 17. Pass to Robinson. To the paint. Barrett, no good.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss.
The kick out to LeBron. Over Harkless. Here's Drummond. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's on R.J. Barrett.
And Drummond's just his ridiculous frame poses a lot of problems for defenders. You can't fault them for resorting to hacking him right there.
2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. Hey, Chris, this year Pioneer Chuck Cooper inducted into the Basketball Hall of Fame. Long overdue, wouldn't you say?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, he was the first African-American player ever to be drafted. I mean, let's just think about that. The Jackie Robinson of basketball. He paved the way, and what he endured, and his teammates, by the way, of all colors, is well documented. And I think the Celtics need to, and I think they will retire his number 11 and have it hang up in that famed Raptors of theirs over there.
I agree.
He's been dominant this quarter. I mean, he's determined to prevent the lead from getting any bigger.
James, right side. Second shot opportunity. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And Drummond is a huge, powerful presence on the block. He has no problem getting physical down low.
We've seen him miss a couple from the line so far, going 2 for 4.
And they lost that last game. By a slim margin, and you can't help but think that if he had a better night at the stripe, the result could have been different.
That free throw missing. Nerlens Noel checks in for Mitchell Robinson. Good on the second free throw. For New York, they've gotten 5 of 8 shots to fall for them in the third quarter. A nice 62% from the field. Noel up top. No points in the game yet for him. Here's Rose. Portis trying to free himself. Rose, no good. It's LeBron with the drive. Makes it off the glass.
Oh, there's no slowing down LeBron. Even if you hit him on the drive, he fends it off well with his strength.
Payton against Schroeder. Payton kicks to Rose. Lets a floater go, and it's good on the layup. Rose has got 13 points in the second half.
He's ramped up his game in a big way this quarter. I don't think he likes it when they're trailing.
Schroeder dishes to Drummond. And the rejection by Noel. Now here's Rose, the fast break opportunity. Caldwell Pope with some nice D. The Lakers have gone 7 of 10 on their field goal attempts here in the third. The drive by James, good. LeBron's got 24.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Knicks have gone a solid 6 of 11 when shooting here in the third quarter. Got a piece of it. And it's Rose missing.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
Excellent D, avoiding fouling and got in the perfect position to alter the shot.
Payton outside, kicks to Rose. Noel with it. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The shot by Payton, no good.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
This isn't like him, and he knows it. The best thing they can do is try to get him more easy looks.
Now here is Davis. He's got 22. And now the Knicks on the break. Here's Rose. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And Rose not always focused on creating contact, but with his physical gifts, a lot of times he leaves the defense no choice.
And this is his second trip to the line in the game.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops.
And Derrick Rose, the former #1 overall pick in 2008, one of the most athletically gifted point guards the league has ever seen.
Kyle Kuzma's checked in for Kentavious Caldwell Pope. so he hits both. Chris, regarding the overstated pre-draft concerns about Luka Doncic, even as the game goes international, it seemed like many GMs are scared to go all in on European players.
And rightfully so. It's a new area, and if they're not immersed into the culture, it may be a little more trepidation on that end. But I would just say, just look at the really the great stories. Whether you're talking about the Vlade Divac or the Sabos that came into the game, and even you can go to Marshallonis, Dirk Nowitzki. Yeah, come on, Porzingis. We got a lot of great players from overseas that have shown us that they can make the way. But the mistake would be is thinking just because someone lives close to him, they would have the game of a Dirk Nowitzki, and that's not true. So you need to do your due diligence, but I think European players have already proved the type of heart, skill set, and mindset that they come to this game with, which is at the top.
Free throw good, LeBron.
For all those people waiting for LeBron to start showing his age, you might not want to start holding your breath. This man's got a lot of time left in this league.
Now here's Peyton. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Noel passes to Rose. Floats one up, and that's 2 points on the layup.
Oh, even from that range, the floater is one of the toughest shots in the game.
And it's Schroeder with the ball. He brings it up for Los Angeles, and stolen by Noel. Schroeder against Rose. Portis trying to free himself. Right through the D for the layup. Rose has got 29 in the game.
He's really turned it around here in the second half. I mean, his offense has returned.
One item that stood out, their ball movement.
Things are definitely clicking, and more importantly, it makes it really hard to defend.
And it's Drummond with the jam.
Oh, fantastic vision. I mean, Brown always cognizant of everyone around him.
It's stolen by Schroeder. Oh, Kuzma's in position. Rose against Schroeder. Rose double-teamed inside. Noel. And slam dunk by Noel.
And that was the play to make. Rose making the right read.
James outside. Out to Kuzma. Good, and the assist goes to James. James has got 6 assists here tonight. The Knicks shooting a lackluster 38% for the game, struggling so far. Peyton passes to Noel. There's the pass to Rose. Out to Peyton. Over Drummond. Peyton's shot is off.
I hate to say it, he's dragging them down. Not a single bucket this game.
And that one, good. That's 29 points for LeBron.
Well, with the role he's on this quarter, they're going to keep going to him. Get that lead even bigger.
Pass to Noel. Outside Rose. And Noel kicks to Rose. 4 on the clock. Shoots over Schroeder. It's hauled in by LeBron. James has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. They grab their own miss, and Davis throws it down.
Just so resourceful as a player. Davis gets the job done inside in all sorts of ways, and that's one of them right there, crashing the offensive glass, getting that second chance bucket.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That one on Davis. The Knicks have made 7 out of 9 when they've stepped to the line.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. Rose drops them both.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
James outside. Stolen by Rose. And a fast break now for the Knicks. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Rose has got 33 points.
And Rose playing a big role offensively. He's got to be a focal point of your defensive scouting report. No doubt he can hurt.
And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing.
As well as he's carried himself over the years, I'm amazed by the negativity about LeBron James. I mean, all he's done is 8 straight trips to the finals. Sometimes being on top makes you a target.
Free throw good, LeBron. Chris, you think about what LeBron's accomplished, not just on the court, you know, his activism, his business acumen.
Yeah, shut up and dribble. That's what people want him to do, Kevin, but he's not listening, and thank God for that. It's about his power. It threatens some people. For whatever reason, they love to knock you down a peg.
Good on both. 1:57 left in the third. Now, here's Barrett. James covering. Barrett kicks to Portis. Pass to Barrett. Harkless on the wing. Just 5 to shoot. And stolen by Kuzma. Here's Schroeder. It's rebounded by New York. Harkless has got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Barrett. And it's LeBron James with the rebound. James has got 8 rebounds in this game. To the wing on the left. Bobbed up there for Drummond. And Drummond throws it down.
And the pass there floated it up to the precise spot it needed to be.
And no messing around on the finish. He powers it through. Now here's Rose. 33 points for him. 59 seconds left in the third quarter. Clock at 6. Now here's Harkless. He's tightly guarded. The rebound by the Lakers.
Oh, the setup's good. That's the shot they're looking for, but you can't get them all to go.
Here's LeBron. Up again, and Drummond is right there. Drummond's got 8 points in the quarter.
Yeah, Kevin, he's a phenomenal rebounder. You almost need 2 players to box out Drummond.
Rose against Schroeder. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
They're going to be relying on him here late. I mean, just think about it. Hoping to come from behind, he just needs to keep doing what he's been doing.
The Knicks hit shot 9 of 11 at the free throw line. Randall's checked in for the Knicks.
One shot.
And here's James. He'll bring it up for the Lakers. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Yep, that one goes in there. 14 points for Dennis Schroeder.
And this is why his teammates trust him. James has a sensational feel for when to dish it.
Here is Rose. He's got 36. Dishes to Randall. Passes to Harkless. This one for 3. That shot is off. And so it's Los Angeles holding an unbelievable lead as the quarter wraps up. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. New York shooting a meager 37% for the game. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. Fourth quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. And New York, looking at who they've got, Barrett and Randall are in the forward positions. Ntilikina out there with Trier, and it's Gibson in at the 5. And here's Los Angeles. Cook looking it over. Hey, Chris, for some guys, playing in their hometown is a dream. But there's also that added pressure, isn't there?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, at least when you play away from home, it's a little more quiet. You don't have to get as many tickets for the game. When I got a chance to play home in Detroit, it was one of the best moments of my life. And I thought to myself, this is a wonderful feeling, but could I have handled it for 15 years of my career? I don't know. That's 30 tickets a game. Oh, I probably would have to go back into the NBA again just to pay for those tickets. But I tell you what, it's fun. And for me, a mama's boy, eating your mama's cooking before a game, it is never, ever. I've never had a before a game. Eating her food and being able to go out and play.
I bet.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Oh, yeah, bang, bang. An impressive sequence that has them fired up.
Can't leave anyone uncovered around Ntilikina. He is so adept at exploiting situations like that.
Cook, the pass to Kuzma. And there's the pass to Caruso. 5 on the clock. And it's Cook missing. Here's Ntilikina. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
Fleshing out his offensive game over time. Ntilikina wants to keep improving in the paint.
And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Pass to Gasol. He doesn't hit that one. And New York the other way now. There's Trier with the 3. The Lakers with the rebound. Pass to Caruso. And he jams it with authority.
Whoa, that'll wake you up.
He is such a great athlete. Ntilikina passes to Gibson. Passes it to Randall. Over Morris. And there's Randall on the assist by Gibson. Randall's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Great recognition from Randall. Seeing an opportunity to rise and fire and making use of it.
Kuzma passes to Morris. Here's Caruso. He's defended by Randall. Here's Gasol. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
As he enters his mid-30s, Marc Gasol showing no signs of slowing down. If anything, I think he's a better all-around basketball player.
That free throw, no good. And through his first 8 seasons in the NBA, Marc Gasol made a total of 12 three-pointers. Nowadays, Greg, he'll make more than that in a month.
and you ask around, he's always been capable. A great shooting touch. It's just a different job description for big men nowadays.
And he's good on the second. With the G League growing by leaps and bounds, one is now being brought to Mexico City, Chris.
I mean, first of all, let's go back to last season. Did you see how crazy those fans were in Jurassic Park in Toronto?
Yeah, they love it.
Can you imagine Mexico? Oh, my God. This would be great. Mexico City, yeah. Let's bring everyone in, all the fans in. And what I really love is that it's for the home fan base. So when I think of the Toronto Raptors, I think about the city of Toronto. I think about Canada and how it's theirs. And even though we're one league, that team is theirs, and they take that pride on, and it just brings so much more excitement. Can you imagine all the people in Mexico City being excited for their team? Oh, I want to be at one of the first games when that happens because I know the crowd is going to be sick. It's going to be crazy. I want to be there.
And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Here's Cook. Ntilikina with the rebound. So it's Ntilikina who brings up the ball for New York. They've only given up 5 points here in the fourth quarter.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
No, you're right. He'd take that 10 out of 10 times. He's not going to miss many of those.
Here's Caruso. There's the pass to Gasol. It's tipped. They retain possession. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. New York called for the foul.
Morris isn't afraid of getting whacked. In fact, he welcomes it when he's going up to shoot.
And I just love the skill set that Markieff Morris has, Greg, at that forward position.
He really is a do-it-all type of forward for this team. Can step outside and shoot, but has no problem guarding anyone on the front line of the opposition.
Relax on the
First free throw is good. The other day, Chris, I heard Commissioner Adam Silver talking about that it strikes him sometimes how isolated players can be with cell phones and headphones, and those things wouldn't help that. Is it something that you've noticed or that you're concerned about?
You mean with my nephews and nieces and friends that are younger and kids walking across the street looking at their phones and not even looking both ways?
You're your play-by-play partner, whoever it might be.
Yeah. Oh, come on. You know, Kevin, those are the times. And so I would tell Alex Silver, Mr. Commissioner, yeah, that's a basketball problem. That's a world problem. How are we going to stop any of that? We're here now. There's no putting that genie back in the bottle, Kevin.
Now, here's Kuzma. Following the miss by Julius Randle. Caruso, the pass to Cook. Tipped away. Three-pointer. The Knicks pull it in. Gibson's got 5 rebounds tonight.
He's done a lot of the little things to help put them in front. I mean, but his offense has not been there for him tonight.
Pass to Caruso. Morris with the ball. And here's Gasol outside. Knicks with the rebound. Gibson's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's Cook. Uses the glass to finish the layup. The Knicks have gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting an even 50% from the field. Ntilikina passes to Gibson. Now Randle. Tries from 10. Second chance shot. Gasol with the rebound. Gasol's got his 4th rebound in this one. Kuzma, right side. Misses it from 7 feet out. The Knicks shooting has been a little ragged, just 38% from the field. Here's Trier. And with the likely return of prep to pro prospects, Chris, some have argued for a high school combine to help determine who's ready to make the leap and who isn't.
I'm not really there with the high school combine. I still think that, you still have a level of college or a level of professionalism that can happen after. And I don't believe until you're ready to be evaluated for the pros immediately, should you have that combine. Your bodies are still growing. I talked to Jaren Jackson just yesterday, and he told me that he grew 2 inches over last summer. So I think it's a little unfair to judge these guys that early when their bodies and mentality still has a lot of development left.
And here is Los Angeles now, following the score by New York.
Wow. The size of Morris helps him down low, especially when he decides to sky high for the dunk.
Pass to Randle. It's not going to go for him. Good work defensively by Morris. Los Angeles has gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. Kuzma can't get it to go.
He usually takes advantage of D like that. Should have been a simple layup.
Here is Cook. The rebound by Gibson. Gibson's got 9 rebounds now tonight.
He's lucky his teammates have picked up the slack for him. I mean, his shooting has been horrific.
A welcome sign. Ntilikina has the form and touch needs to keep draining these mid-range jumpers.
Here is Cook. Out to the wing. Here's Gasol. Good on the shot.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
Yeah. Horrible effort. It appears they may be on the brink of giving up.
Ntilikina can't hit.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
Well, that's why he's out there right now. In situations like this, he stands tall to prevent points.
Here is Cook. Floor spacing, Chris, now so big in the NBA. And big men have the room to put up some unbelievable numbers.
Oh, man, look at Lopez out there in Bucks land. I mean, look what he's doing in Milwaukee. Just shoot threes from deep. The same, you got to go to Embiid, Porzingis. And we've already seen what the great Dirk Nowitzki has done through his career spacing the floor. Look, it adds time on to your career because you don't have to just go down there and bang and be one-dimensional in the paint. It makes your teammates better because now you're spacing the floor, which gives them room to drive. And if you're really working on your game, you can really make your teammates better because now you have more passing lanes because you're further away from the basket. So as any post player knows, it's a blessing to be surrounded by great shooters, and now big men, they got a little more room out there.
And he makes the first. And some changes here for the Lakers. Damian Jones is checked in for Markieff Morris. And Dudley subbed in for Kyle Kuzma. And a switch here also for New York. Bullock's checked in. And he makes the first but misses the second. Los Angeles has gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. And Dudley kicks to Cook. Back to Dudley. Passes it to Caruso. Dudley with it. He's guarded by Bullock. Just 5 on the clock. Caruso. And that comes off the assist by Jones.
He's just stretching him out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
Yeah, I mean, that's not a guy you can leave alone. Not if you have any hope of closing the gap.
And for Frank Ntilikina, some questions as to where he is best suited.
I mean, for me, I like when he plays more off the ball. I mean, he's shown that he could become a scorer when he only has to worry about that aspect of his game. Still very young and has a great set of skills with which to work.
Shooting 2.
And that one falls for Ntilikina. With more star players changing teams, the word tampering comes up, Chris. Is the league striking the right balance on enforcement?
Oh, yes. And, you know, Commissioner Silver, he knows all the tricks. He doesn't want it to be a police state, but he knows a wink from a wink.
Right,
you know what I mean? So you got to draw some lines. But, again, how do you stop it? I mean, you know, if I'm playing on the Lakers and I say, wow, you know, I think Anthony Davis has the best eyebrows in the world. You know, you got to let me say that. And, you know, if that's recruiting, it's recruiting. So it's a fine line. And hopefully the players have some fun with it. And hopefully Commissioner Silver does his best to police it while everyone at the same time is working with integrity.
Dotson gets the bucket.
He'll do some damage if they give him that shot. Don't give him a clean look. Get out there on him.
Outside Gasol. The pass to Caruso. He kicks it to Dudley. Here is Cook. Tries it from 19. Randall grabs the board. Randall's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Pass to Ntilikina. From deep. Nailed from three-point land.
An average threat from beyond the arc. Ntilikina needs to keep working on that part of his game.
Outside Gasol. We've got 1:55 left in the fourth quarter.
And it's still a rare sight to see rebound numbers like the ones he's had tonight.
Oh, great instincts, relentless. Seems like he's getting to every miss.
Here's Johnson, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. Chris, there is that transition from being a player to retirement. It can be a challenge for some. What were the keys that you found in succeeding at that?
Well, first I think is adjusting to the fact you don't have the same schedule.
Take a break.
You don't have a physical release that you used to have. You miss the locker room and the camaraderie with all the guys. So you miss the culture. But secondly, I would say take all the lessons that you learned, and for me this was big, from sports and use them in business. So in business I became a rookie in other areas. I found a Chris Mullin type in business. I found a Latrell Sprewell type, guys that would mentor you, guys that you would play on their team. Humble yourself, get back to it. Get to practice, get to meetings early, stay at practice late, stay at meetings, and be the last one that leaves. And just take the culture of basketball, infuse that athletic personality into the personality of whatever you go into next, and you can use those tenets to have a wonderful retirement and really enjoy it. So for me, it's been awesome. And by the way, I've had twins, and so since retiring, and that'll keep you just as busy as it was you were playing. So you can find ways to keep that same lifestyle.
That's right, and some sound advice, too. Now here's Jones. Here's Cook. Offensive rebound. Gasol passes to Caruso. Gasol kicks to Caruso. And again, no good by the Lakers. And so it's Rendell bringing it up now for New York.
And one team is just...
Oh, he delivers that with force.
I cannot believe that. What I love about Randall is the power he plays with. He's an absolute force inside.
Here is Cook. There's 47 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Gasol no good. Now the Knicks with it. They're on an 11-3 run. The shot's good from Ntilikina.
And you can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
Yeah, how they ended this one is much different than how they started it, and that's a shame.
Now here's Gasol. Kicks to Dudley. Back to Gasol. Over Gibson. It's rebounded by New York. Here's Johnson. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So one free throw coming up.
And that's a great piece of work to get to the hoop there. Just tore the D to shreds.
One shot.
Gasol. And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. It was a tale of two teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started...
David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. And tonight, Brent, classic battle of pivot men. Talk about some of your favorite center matchups historically.
Well, we hear a lot and we see a lot in terms of the nostalgia of Wilt Chamberlain going up against Bill Russell. I remember years watching in front of the television Akeem Olajuwon playing against David Robinson in some Western Conference battles. I don't know that we're going to see that much in the next 4 or 5 years, Kevin. We know where the game is going, and those post matchups end up becoming somewhere near the three-point line nowadays.
And now the New York Knicks starters. It's Randall and Robinson at the 4 and the 5. Rose is out there with Barrett, and it's Harkless in at the 3 spot. Now here's Schroeder. James outside. Passes it to Davis. Over Rose. And there's Davis. That's good on the assist by James.
Yeah, just a tough matchup anytime he gets into the mid-range area. Nobody's going to bother Anthony Davis.
Here's Rose. And it's sent back by Drummond. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Drummond. We're about 1 minute into the first. Randall finds Robinson. New York moving the ball around.
Hey, yo, right here. Go over it.
Shot clock at 5. Pass to Barrett. Shoots over Schroeder, and he hits it just before the shot clock expires.
And that was the play to make. Rose making the right read.
James, the pass to Drummond.
Watch the screen.
First quarter, about a minute and a half in. Davis with the bucket.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, right now I don't see any let-up, GA. I think he's going to just keep putting his foot on that gas pedal tonight.
Now here's Harkless. Back to Rose. The three. Rose with another miss. The Lakers have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Now we'll go to David Aldridge, who had a chance to talk with head coach David Fizdale.
Well, Kevin, he talked about his team's defensive mindset. He said they have to be willing to sacrifice a little room in the paint if it means they stay tight on their outside shooters. He said it's no secret those guys attack from long range, and that's what we've got to stop. We'll see, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. Obviously, the three ball is a big concern for any defense.
Oh, that's nuts. Randall getting up there, turning a little bit, and putting on a bit of a show here.
Knocked away. Now here's Harkless. D right on him. The layup missed.
I'll be honest, I thought there's no way that he's missing that close. That's a bunny. Give it up for the aggressive defense, Kevin.
Here's Schroeder. That one a little long.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Robinson up top. We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. He kicks to Rose. And Davis sends it back.
Love that D from Davis. Rises up and swats that shot away.
James, the pass to Schroeder. And it goes down 2 points.
And I like the subtle adjustment he made to create a little space for that one.
Yeah, that's an awesome finish there for sure. Not allowing that big guy to have his way or alter the shot.
It's 2-on-1. Jumps up. A big dunk at the end of the break.
And the long strides of KCP. Dangerous changing ends there, and he loves to finish in space.
And so it's Rose who brings the ball up for the New York Knicks. Trailing by 2. The rebound by the Lakers.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Schroeder outside. Fader on the way. Here's Drummond. That shot missing. Some solid defense from Robinson. Now, here's Barrett. He's guarded by Caldwell Pope. Here's Rose. That one's good. Maybe that'll get him going after a 2-for-6 start.
And Rose, so dangerous coming off the pick. All he needs is a half step, and he can do the rest.
Hey, come around.
James dishes to Davis, and it's Davis with the jam.
Now, there are only a few players in the league who can hit a teammate like that in stride. Beautiful assist.
The Knicks have gone 4 of 10 shooting the ball here in the first quarter.
You take a look at Anthony Davis and his frame and think about his rookie year coming in so thin and moved around a lot by bigger, stronger players in the post. No longer the case, as he's put on a ton of muscle to that frame and continues to grow in the strength area along with his confidence. That's helped him out a lot.
Now here's Rose. Shoots from 14. He squares up and sinks it. Rose has got 6.
And Rose continuing to hone that jump shot. That's where he can take his game to the next level.
Davis kicks it over to Schroeder. Banked in off the glass. And after just one season at Kentucky, the slight build of Davis was a concern in the NBA, and the question was, would his body hold up?
Well, he's answering the question to some degree, Kevin, knowing that it wasn't a one-year process to get stronger and to put on that kind of weight. That just comes with physical maturity. Anthony Davis doing a better job of avoiding places where he might get injured, expanding his game to the perimeter, and hopefully some of those things pay off for his longevity for his career.
Anthony Davis really making a difference here.
And they simply have no answer right now for what he's doing to them. He is making them pay.
Let's check out some stats for Rose. Last year, getting it done. Last season, he averaged 18 points per, 4 assists, and 2 rebounds. And you look at the numbers he's been putting up, fantastic scoring production from him.
Yeah, hard to ask for anything more at this point. He's really stepped up, and he's really delivered.
Now here's Randall. His last outing, 16 points for him. Great D that time from Davis.
Pretty lax defense there. He's going to see fewer and fewer chances if he can't bury those kind of jumpers.
No good from LeBron. Knicks trail by 4. And Barrett with the basket on the assist from Randall.
The man was wide open there, and Julius Randle understood the timing to get him the ball to get that score.
James with it. 29 points for him last game against Houston. Five to shoot. Here's Davis. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
Here's Robinson. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Well, the Knicks had a lot of turnover trading for expiring contracts. They did what they could to accommodate the wishes of a lot of vets.
Yeah, the problem right now for the Knicks is they're not inviting to a lot of free agents, and that's really where they're trying to make their play. So fascinating over the course of the past decade that New York has not been able to attract the top-tier talent. So building through the draft, Coach Fizdale hopeful that they'll land a star one way or another.
And that one falls for Robinson. Opening night, Brent, always exciting. Technically, every team is undefeated with a lot of hope.
You're just fired up. I mean,
I am fired up.
The NBA never stops, Kevin. We know this, right?
Isn't it great, though? I'm so glad it doesn't stop.
The offseason is just absolutely ridiculously exciting.
So fun.
So much movement and hope for franchises that, have struggled for a long time. And here we go. Hope springs eternal. It's opening night.
Lakers have gotten 8 of their 13 shots to find the bottom of the bucket. Pass to Drummond. And the pass to Davis. Caldwell Pope kicks to James. Shot clock at 6. Drummond trying to get himself free. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Julius Randle picks one up.
That's not a pretty thing. LeBron James driving right at you, full speed, and when he gets into the lane and towards the rim, he's going to make contact.
And the bright lights of L.A., perhaps too much for some players. But you know what, Greg? Not for LeBron James.
This guy thrives in the spotlight. The Lakers crafting a roster to satisfy his championship ambitions. Off the court, the City of Angels perfect for maximizing his business aspirations.
The first free throw is good.
Even with all of the impressive number of seasons under his belt, LeBron James retains this kind of remarkable drive and competitive spirit.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Knicks trail by 4. Rose in the post. He's guarded by Schroeder. Here's Harkless. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard. And if that's the best look you can get on a possession, what a waste of a trip down the floor.
Yeah, see the coach? He's got that frown on his face. I think we know why. Not a high percentage look.
Barrett, and denied. He sends it right off the glass. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Schroeder staying aware and excellent at going straight into the defense in order to get the foul.
The Lakers have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
Shooting 2.
That's good from Schroeder.
Schroeder last year accepting his role of coming off the bench and being a scorer. So whatever it is the coaching staff is asking of him, he's willing to do it.
Bobby Portis has checked in for the Knicks. Schroeder hits them both. Knicks trail by 6. Now, here's Barrett. He's coming off a 16-point game against Atlanta.
It felt like in that game, too, he was a man on a mission defensively. Finishing up with 4 steals is an impressive feat. And you can tell, takes pride in that part of the game.
Here's LeBron, and he drops in the layup off the glass. And the Lakers lead by 8.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Outside, Robinson kicks it to Rose. New York moving it around. Shot clock at 5. Passes it to Harkless. To the inside. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation.
And a quick check of the stats for Drummond. He's coming off an excellent season. 1st in rebounding, 8th in steals, and he finished among the top 10 in blocks, bringing that intimidation factor to the paint.
And getting back to the fact that he led the league in rebounding, you know how hard that is? What a tremendous asset to the team. Davis, the pass to LeBron. And finished off by LeBron.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Like tonight, that all the hustle plays have meant so much to this team. Now just sustain some of that energy and keep comfortable.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
Now that we have a chance, let's go to the 2K leaderboard and reveal last season's top shot blockers. You look at Robinson, 2nd in the NBA, a great defender.
And shot blocking is the element of the game that I think he cares about the most. That's where he puts in that effort and energy.
And here are the Knicks now. It's a 10-point game. Rose kicks to Barrett. And nothing is falling for him right now.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Teammates right now covering up for the type of off performance he's having. In terms of scoring, this has not been his best night.
Lobbed up there for Drummond. Harkless with the steal. Pass to Barrett. New York again turning it over. Lakers leading by 10. Outside, Davis. He dishes it to Schroeder. Robinson with the block. And it's out of bounds. The Lakers able to retain possession here. And here is LeBron. He has 6. 5 on the clock. Caldwell Pope outside. Here's Davis. Knicks with the rebound. Last time they met in New York.
Yeah, and their last time out against this club, turnovers really did them in. Just way too many mistakes.
Yeah, that had to have been #1 priority for the coaching staff coming into this one. Limiting those turnovers and making sure they don't beat themselves this time.
Trying to end the drought, and Davis sends it back. Now the Lakers on the break. Launches the 3, and James gets it to go on the assist by Caldwell Pope. James has got 9 points. Now, here's Barrett. Defense is right there. Fast break, the Lakers. Schroeder leading the charge. Here's Davis, and it's Davis with the jam.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, if you walked in at any point during this game to watch 5 minutes of play, one team played harder. We know who that was.
The faster pace now, Brent, in the NBA. This has become an endurance sport, and well-conditioned athletes are a must.
Obviously, Kevin, over the past couple seasons, the pace has picked back up. It's very reminiscent of the early 80s when you had the Lakers running, the Denver Nuggets running.
Yes.
You have these teams that are just flying up and down the floor. So as a fan, I think it's a wonderful opportunity, especially the closer you can sit, to watch a Russell Westbrook, to watch a Paul George, to see a Giannis get up and down the floor with such fluidity and grace and skill set. So the game opening up has also opened the eyes to the fans about just how great the athleticism of NBA players is.
And Rose drops them both.
You could tell he's feeling confident right now at the line, and when he's on, he can be lights out.
Davis against Portis, and they double up Davis. Schroeder outside. Now here's LeBron, defended by Harkless. James dishes to Caldwell Pope. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. Caldwell Pope's got his second bucket.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Coaching staff probably most proud of the effort of this team on both ends of the floor here tonight.
Now, here's Barrett. Portis, the pass to Robinson. Schroeder against Rose. Over Caldwell Pope. And again, it's the Knicks missing. And so it's Schroeder with the ball. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. 16-point lead.
Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
Well, how good have they been on the inside tonight, just getting down into the painted area and just dominating, controlling that spot.
Now here's Rose. He's got 8. Robinson misses. Caldwell Pope right side.
Oh, man. Caution, flammable.
That is just nasty.
About the athleticism on that finish.
That's a perfect lob leading to a spectacular dunk from Davis there. Threw it up on time, on target.
Now Rose. Over Davis. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers controlling the game and finishing the quarter with a 20-point lead. They've been playing some inspired defense, giving up very few easy points. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everyone, to the second quarter of play here on Noche Latina. Vámonos. And for the Lakers, this has been the game they wanted to have.
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
Yeah, couldn't ask for a better one right now. Just a complete rhythm by all the guys who got some minutes. Wonderful start.
Here's Payton. And New York looking at who they've got. We've got Mo Harkless. Nerlens Noel is out there with Bobby Portis. Then there's Elfrid Payton, and it's Trier in at the 2 spot. That one drops for him.
Well, you risk getting torched when somebody's open. Payton's skilled enough to find the open man.
Schroeder passes to Harrell. LeBron outside. LeBron is doubled. Out left to the wing. Drummond in the post. Noel on him. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Selected 9th overall in the 2012 draft, Drummond's carved out a nice NBA career for himself.
Lakers shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And looking at last season's numbers, down below 70% as a team from the line.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls. Now the shot clock resets to 14 seconds on an offensive rebound. Brent, you like that change?
I think digging into the numbers a little bit, Kevin, it only affects about 3% of total possessions.
Is that all?
Yeah, throughout the course of the year. Not in any given game. So it's very, very...
No kidding.
Very, very minimal what happens. But what I like is that, players have to reset quickly with 14 on the clock. And I think coaches are starting to think about how it is they might have quick sets as opposed to getting the ball to the top of the key and trying to run through a traditional set. Maybe you have quick sets after the reset to get yourself a better shot.
More strategy. Now here's Harkless. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. To the left wing. Here's Trier. It's Drummond with the rebound.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
And it's Schroeder missing.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
They get a hand on it. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Here's Kuzma. The Knicks pull it in. And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter. Here's Trier, guarded by Kuzma. Harkless with it. From deep. And the Knicks miss again.
Well, the D doesn't seem to be too worried about him from three-point range, and he shows us why still. I expect him to make one of those.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Here's Trier. Payton right side. Back to Trier. Shoots over Schroeder. And off target that time from Trier. Lakers leading by 22. Here's Caruso. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's on Bobby Portis. The Lakers have made all of their free throws so far tonight, going 6 for 6.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws. The Knicks have gotten only one of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Noel passes to Trier. New York, no good that time either. Here's Schroeder. An easy 2 points on the layup. Schroeder's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Whenever Schroeder sees a hole in the defense, he is ferocious in how he exploits it.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Kyle Kuzma. That is his first foul of the game. Outside Portis. He kicks it to Harkless. 4 on the shot clock. Shoots over Kuzma.
Great to see Kuzma working so hard defensively, showing how effective he can be. And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Pass to Harrell. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
New York calls timeout.
And they're allowing too many points in the paint. Coach is going to let them hear about it.
Yeah, coach knows that. They know that. In the timeout, they're going to hear about it, make the adjustment.
Making a change here. Morris has checked in. Let's use this break for a quick look at the squads that really made it happen on the fast break last season. The Lakers second.
I mean, this is such a tough team to deal with. You see the numbers. They would just push the ball at every opportunity.
Here's Payton. No good, and they can't put an end to this drought.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive. And positionless basketball, all the rage, and Kyle Kuzma really fits that mold. Is he a 3? Is he a 4? I don't know, but he gets buckets.
And very light-footed is Kuzma. Moves well for his size.
You know, kind of a tweener in terms of build, but he has the ability to light up that scoreboard, something every team can use.
2 shots.
Free throw good, Kuzma. And both free throws good for Kuzma. And so Payton will bring it up for the Knicks. The pass to Harkless. Back to Payton. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
And with that basket right there, it brings an end to that 12-0 run by the Lakers.
Schroeder against Portis. And that one's good. Schroeder's got 4 this quarter.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Now here's Harkless. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Trier, that's good.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Here's Schroeder. He's got 10. And he overshot that one, missing. Here's Harkless, and Harkless slams it in.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with 2 hands on that stuff. Schroeder kicks to Kuzma. Harrell down low, covered by Payton. For New York, they've gone 4 of 10 in the second quarter from the field. Here's Harkless, and Harkless slams it in.
Ooh, just powered it down with both hands. You know he's not going to mess that one up.
Oh, no, not this fella. He is a superb finisher. Now, here's Schroeder. Passes it to Caruso. Harrell kicks it over to Schroeder. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Shoots over Portis, and the Lakers with another miss. The Knicks have gone 5 of 11 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. Here's Harkless. Back to Portis. There's Trier with the 3. The Lakers with the rebound. Here's Kuzma. Harrell trying to free himself up. He gets that one. Kuzma's got 4 points this quarter.
Beautiful touch close in. Kuzma excels at taking advantage down low.
Payton the bounce pass. And there's the foul. It'll go on Alex Caruso. That's his first foul. Brent, when constructing a team, it's always tricky to fit in max contracts. But the truth is, some players probably deserve much more money than they're allowed to receive.
Incredible to say that, right,
It
Kevin?
is, yeah.
But there are guys like LeBron James whose $35 million contract might be worth 100.
I always thought about Jordan, too, right? I mean, my goodness.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. And for the years that Michael Jordan was underpaid in Chicago for what it was he was doing. But in terms of competitive balance for the league and 30 franchises, and for you to try to build a team and a roster to put out on the floor to play this game and have opportunities to win championships, it's really the only way, and sometimes unfairly for guys in terms of their competition and compensation to have to put maximums on what it is that players can earn.
Here's Payton. Rebound by Harrell.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
It's taken away by Payton. Here's Harkless. And that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Now here's Schroeder. 10 points for him. Down low, Harrell. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. Schroeder's got 4 assists in the game. New York's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Teardrop shot. Payton gets the bucket.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Lakers leading by 23. Pass to Harrell. Kicks it to Schroeder. The floater. It's rebounded by Payton.
That's not going to make you a favorite target of your teammates. They'll think twice about feeding you if you're going to keep missing layups. Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going.
Pass to Schroeder. Fires from deep. And no good. The Knicks go the other way with it. And here is Harkless. He's got 6. Here's Trier. Ball's knocked loose. Just 5 on the clock. Fires the 3. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
This feels like it's snowballed a little bit on them. The more he tries to shoot his way out of this slump, the worse it seems to get. They need him to get it together.
Payton against Morris. No good from Payton. And Morris has got the ball here for the Lakers. With some arc, and that one's good. Caruso's got 6 here in this quarter.
Great effort and gets in a little razzle-dazzle at the end of that one.
Yeah, why not? Show a little creativity, get inside, move that ball around, just make sure you score.
The pass to Randall. Rebounded by the Lakers. Harrell's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And there's the foul. It goes on Taj Gibson. That's his first foul. And the Lakers with some changes. Anthony Davis is checked in for Markieff Morris. LeBron comes in for Kyle Kuzma. And it's Caldwell Pope in for Alex Caruso. There it's checked in for the Knicks. Rose comes in for Alonzo Trier. On defense, New York. Harrell dishes to LeBron. Schroeder passes to LeBron. Pass to Harrell. 6 to shoot. Feeds it to Davis. Over Randall. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Well, we keep talking a lot about Anthony Davis and the fact that when he was a young player, he played the point guard position and then all of a sudden grew like 60 inches to play center position. You see that skill set show up now and again, but really what you're seeing now about AD is his maturity in the game, finding spots on the floor where he can absolutely be dominant and control any kind of offensive possession from wherever he is on the floor.
And the first one drops. And at Kentucky, Davis mostly an interior player, but he maintained, Brent, all along he was capable of more than he showed in college.
There's no question about his skill set, and in the NBA, the opportunity, along with the transition of the NBA game, and especially the center position, he seems to be coming along at the appropriate time to show all of his wares off, Kevin.
Both good from the line that time.
You know, Anthony Davis is going to spend a lot of time at the free throw line most nights throughout the course of the season, and he's going to be pretty solid when he gets there.
Was shot by Payton, no good.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
Those are all the little things about effort there. He just gets out there and contests, and that's just enough.
And the definition of teamwork right there on that alley-oop.
And, Greg, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder. Yeah. Rose with the ball. Picked up by Davis. Right side, Rose. Pass to Robinson. Over Caldwell Pope. And Davis pulls it down.
Probably not the shot that was drawn up for that possession, but you can't pass it up, and you can't knock it down.
Robinson with the block. And it goes out of bounds. That went off Robinson. Here's Davis. Tries again.
And he has not been able to keep up that pace he had going in the first quarter.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
James in the post. And that one falls coming off of Davis's feed. And that's 13 points for LeBron.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
We've got 33 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Payton kicks to Barrett. At the elbow, it's Rose. Poked away. It's stolen by Schroeder. Looking to get back on track here. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Yeah, you got to be careful with Schroeder. He's explosive, and he's good at finding his way to the line because he uses that quickness well.
He'll take his 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the game right here.
Really can't criticize the work he did at the line a year ago. 82% on the season.
That's good from Schroeder. Schroeder hits them both. And so it's Rose who brings the ball up for the Knicks. Looking to end the run.
Now, LeBron James ratcheting up his intensity on the defensive end. Doesn't want to give up anything easy.
And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers up by 33 points as the buzzer sounds. A huge lead for them. Their defense has been active and effective. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. New Orleans, you guys had a tough time stopping their offense in the first half. What do you have to do differently?
You know, we got to protect the paint. They get way too many easy baskets. You know, that's us communication on front and the post, and, you know, just communicating a lot more.
We'll see if those changes stick. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. It was a big-time first quarter from Anthony Davis. He had 16 points, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists. And let's get your thoughts, Kenny, on the Lakers.
They're going right to the rim, finishing every chance they get. The D was helpless trying to stop them and beating them inside. I love the relentlessness and the aggressive style. This is how you impose your will on another team.
Shaq, what did you think about New York?
Well, it's no wonder they're getting blown out. No energy, no fight in the rebound battle. Ernie, you got to pick it up. You got to pick it up starting now, or it's going to be impossible to come back. Like the Pythagorean theorem, times 50, times 100, times 50, times 10. Impossible to figure out, Ernie.
And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned for the second half. About to get underway.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. You look at Anthony Davis in this game, he's been everywhere.
Yeah, and early on, he has been feasting in the paint, and you have to think they're going to keep feeding the big fella.
Oh, man, pouring it on right now, and why wouldn't you?
And the Knicks with possession. LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Caldwell Pope out there with Dennis Schroeder. And it's Drummond in at the 5, down low. That's the group starting the second half for Frank Vogel. Kept alive. Here's Caldwell Pope. Robinson with the block. Now, here's Barrett. Guarded closely. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's on Dennis Schroeder. And for a lot of these kids, Greg, it's interesting how quickly teams expect them to get up to speed. Case in point, R.J. Barrett.
Yeah, I mean, he had only the 1 year of college.
Take a break.
Already
Take a break.
being asked to produce. Fortunately, he's very mature for his age and generally plays up to the level of competition.
That one is off. And Greg, talking to scouts about R.J. Barrett, they love the athleticism. But what makes him especially good is the work ethic and the confidence.
Yeah, some elite prospects will take plays off. This guy never does. He's not one that sits around and reads his press clippings. He's a warrior, a leader, and he's proven to be a winner.
He hits the second from the line.
And what you like about Barrett is his all-around game, a versatile guard / forward who wants to keep improving.
Now here's James. Pass to Caldwell Pope. Fades away. Doesn't go for him. So New York will take it the other way.
Not been an easy start. 3 straight misses here on these possessions.
And Randall throws it down.
Randall with a great effort there, up and athletic and at the rim.
On the wing, James. Second half just getting started, about a minute played, and he makes that one. James has got 15.
Well, there it is. 0 of 3 to start the half, and finally something finds its way through the net.
Rose up on top. He's guarded by Schroeder. Rose, no good.
Not a whole lot going down for him at this point. He just can't buy a break.
Caldwell Pope dishes to James. The tray. They get it again. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Harkless with it. Working on James. Randall passes to Rose. Randall kicks to Barrett. 6 on the shot clock. Rose gets a wide open look. And it's off from 3-point range.
So far, Kevin, the third quarter has not started well. Just 1 of 4.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board. 1 of 5 here, Kevin, to start the half. Their offense looks like it's shrinking right now.
Schroeder passes to James. Outside, Davis. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. James has got assist number 8 here in this one already. And so it's Rose bringing it up for the Knicks. Dishes it to Robinson. Back to Rose. And it's sent back by Drummond.
A high motor keeps Drummond engaged defensively. He doesn't want to let any shots go in.
Well, he's 1 for 5 in the quarter, and his body language is saying a lot about where his confidence is. Rattled just a little bit. Maybe the next open look will start him up.
Rose scanning the floor. It's stolen by Davis. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. LeBron with the ball. They get the rebound. And good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points.
Pursues the offensive glass with purpose. Drummond knows who he is, and boy, does he attack it.
Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Now the pass to Schroeder. Throws down the breakaway jam.
Well, once you get the ball to Dennis Schroeder in the open floor, it's usually game over for the opposition, like what I saw there.
Passes to Randall. The rebound by Caldwell Pope. Caldwell Pope's got his 5th rebound in this one. Nobody near Schroeder. And another 3 for the Lakers.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
I mean, this team is just dangerous. Right now, every shot that they're putting up feels like it's going in.
And here is Robinson after the 3-pointer from Dennis Schroeder. Rose, good, and the assist goes to Robinson. That's 12 points for Derrick Rose.
Mid-range, plenty of room for that release. He's going to take those all day long.
LeBron dishes to Drummond. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. Let's now to take a look at the steal numbers over the last couple months. The scope of that for Drummond.
I feel like he hasn't been paying as much attention to the defensive aspect of the game as he needs to. His steals have dropped over the past few months, and he needs to get back some of that fire on D.
2 shots.
The first free throw is good. Bobby Portis is checked in for the Knicks. And both free throws good for Drummond. The Knicks shooting the ball poorly, just 28%. Now Rose, he's got 12. And it's sent back by Drummond.
Well, his shots aren't dropping, and they haven't been able to keep pace, but they trust him enough to keep going to him, see if he can find him.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Harkless the pass to Barrett. The kick out to Rose. The putback. Randall on the follow. Randall's got 4 points now in the quarter.
So active and understanding more and more with his experience where to be to get offensive rebounds is Julius Randle.
To the middle. Great communication on the alley-oop.
Oh, what a pass. And then he lays it in with the circus move.
So smooth. Pass to Harkless. Back to Rose. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. That one on Caldwell Pope.
And Rose not always focused on creating contact, but with his physical gifts, a lot of times he leaves the defense no choice.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far.
And when you shoot 86 from the line like he did last season, you usually cash in on those opportunities.
First one falls for him.
And for Derrick Rose, the question will be how much of his MVP level of play from 2011 can he recover? You'd love to see him return to that form.
Looking at who's out there now for the Lakers. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Dennis Schroeder. And it's Alex Caruso in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And a switcher also for New York. Trier, he's checked in for Harkless. And Rose drops them both. L.A. has gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Here's Caruso. And that'll be the Lakers as it goes out of bounds. Lakers retain possession.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Yeah, pestering right now, and that's going to pay some dividends. At some point, there's going to be a turnover.
Kuzma outside. 6 to shoot. LeBron kicks to Kuzma. And another 3 for the Lakers.
In perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the three-point line. And it's another just bad decision on a night full of those. His shot selection tonight has been questionable at best.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Outside Portis. He kicks it to Rose. Looking to get it going. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And looking now at some numbers here for Randall. Great showing for him last season. 19th in scoring and he was among the top 20 rebounders in the league. Never shy about throwing his weight around in the paint.
Yeah, and like you said, one of the better scorers in the NBA last season, a tireless worker on the offensive end. He could be even better this season. And he makes the first. And Rose drops them both. LeBron with it. He's got 15. And they double up LeBron. Here's Davis, and Kuzma has it in the corner. Pass to Caruso. Kuzma kicks to Caruso. The Knicks pull it in. Portis has got his 4th rebound in this one. And the former Razorback, Bobby Portis, took a few years to find his spot in the NBA, but now he does produce.
And great big man to bring in off the bench. Good size and quickness combination, and will always give you scoring with that second unit.
Nerlens Noel checks in for Julius Randle. So it's the Lakers now. Drummond passes to Caruso. Drummond up top. He's got 8. Kicks to James. Just 4 to shoot. And no good that time.
How about the timing he shows there to challenge that shot?
Yeah, not easy to do there, and that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously.
Now here's LeBron following the miss by Derrick Rose. And that one's good, Caruso.
Well, how about LeBron reading the defense, waiting and being patient there until the gap opened up to deliver.
Trier passes to Rose. Shot from 12. The rebound by the Lakers.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
Well, he's missing, and it's starting to affect a little bit in his body language, and you just don't want to see that.
Pushing the action, getting others involved. He does it time and time again.
Nice to play with a point guard that takes pride in playmaking. It makes you move around just a little bit faster to get open spots.
And so James will bring it up for the Lakers. Here's Caruso. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. This is his 2nd trip to the line in this one.
How about up over the 80% mark from the line last year? So he's happy and also consistent there with those numbers.
2.
And he can't get the first one. And he sinks the second. New York's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. LeBron against Rose. The dish to Noel. Outside Portis. There's the pass to Barrett. From deep, Rose. Rose can't get that one to fall. Los Angeles has gone 3 of 5 with the long ball since entering the second half. Caruso, the pass to Davis. And it's Davis with the jam.
There has to be some alteration in the game plan, but I don't think it's enough to shut down AD.
Rose against Davis. Rose dishes to Noel. To end the run, and that one's drained from the low block.
Great to have Noel active like that, proving how dangerous he can be on the inside.
Los Angeles has gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% exactly. Floats it up for Davis and finished off by Davis.
Oh, such a beautiful pass to set that one up.
Yeah, the pass might have been pretty, but the finish was angry. Here's Trier.
Rose.
Outside Rose. And stolen by Drummond. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, one of the things that teams are more aware of in the age of analytics is the importance of sleep. Those teams are making adjustments. Morning shoot-arounds have been moved in some cases to the afternoon or eliminated altogether. There are many fewer teams that are taking red-eye flights across country. And some teams even give players orange-tinted glasses to encourage them to sleep. There's a lot of work to be done in this field, but the direction is clear.
Continuing to evolve. All right, David, thank you. And here is Noel following Kyle Kuzma's three. And Noel kicks to Rose. Over to the wing to halt the run, but they recover it. And 3 chances on that possession, but they just couldn't find a way to score. The wide open look here for Kuzma. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. And 12 points for Kyle Kuzma.
Making the easy shots and the tough shots. He's on top of his game.
Here's Trier. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's his first trip to the line.
Shooting 2.
And the first one at the line is good. And the Knicks making a change here. Robinson's checked in. And so he makes both from the line. LA's gone 4 of 6 from three-point land since the start of the second half. And they double up LeBron. Outside, Davis. And Kuzma has it in the corner. The three-pointer off the mark. New York's gotten off to a very slow start from three-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. That one good for 2. And that's 18 points for Rose.
Feels like the other 4 guys have disappeared at this point. He wants to be the one to get them back.
Out to Kuzma. All sorts of time. Drummond controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. That gives him the double-double. 10 points and 18 rebounds.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
From deep. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers with a huge lead at the break. Safe to say there's no catching them today. They've got a big advantage in the turnover stats because of their intense defense. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. And it's Cook with the ball for Los Angeles. On the court for the Knicks, we've got Trier. Taj Gibson is out there with Robinson. Then there's Elfrid Payton, and it's Dotson in at the 3 spot. Here's Morris. Great D that time from Gibson.
Well, the D's so tight on him, it makes him alter his shot. And an easy chance turns into a tough one because the defense is swarming.
In that first half, guys, they didn't shoot nearly as many threes as they have here in the second, trying to use that shot to stay in the game.
And the Lakers have possession, following the score by New York. And it's good for 2.
They are just killing them on the interior.
New York shooting only 27% from the field, looking pretty ugly out there. Here's Trier. Softly drops in the floater.
When a player gets a feel for that floater, it can really make things tough on defenders. You're just not sure how to guard them and where your point of commitment is.
Now here's Kuzma. Back to Cook. Here's Caruso. He feeds it to Gasol. Over Robinson. Puts the fadeaway right on the money.
And through the years, he's become very confident in that shot. Gasol's almost better from mid-range than he is in tight. That's a great weapon for a 7-footer to have.
Here is Robinson. Passes it to Gibson. Over Morris. And misses it off the right side of the rim. And stolen by Kuzma. And here's the fast break. Cook leading the way. Over Payton. Again, Los Angeles.
And this is why coaches talk about playing with pace. The scoreboard tells it all.
Kind of get a team defensively on their heels, and if you can keep pushing and keep attacking, they'd never find some kind of defensive balance to help slow you down.
He got a little fancy with the fadeaway on that one.
The Lakers have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the 4th. Here's Gasol. Robinson pulls it in. Robinson's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Picked his pocket. And here we go. Kuzma heading to the hoop. Ahead. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
How about battling through the impact there and then willing that basketball in?
Here's a garbage time question, Brent. Why do some teams leave their star players in the game even though the game has either been won or lost?
Forgetful coaches?
No, it can't be that.
Well, I don't know if...
if you're leading by 35 points late in the game.
And the star player is still in the game,
Yeah.
somebody's made a mistake with regards to the rotations. Quite frankly, there's really no reason for guys to be out there at that time.
Yeah.
Early on in the season, it might be that the coach wants to start and play with certain guys, but as the season goes on, you just don't see that very much.
Now here's Payton. Outside Robinson. Payton passes to Gibson. Here's Dotson. Just 5 to shoot. Pass to Trier. Here's the 3. Gasol with the rebound. For Los Angeles, they've gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the 4th. A pretty nice efficiency there. And it's Cook missing. The Knicks shooting just 28%. They are offensively out of whack and out of step with each other at this point. Dotson gets the bucket.
2 teammates connecting right there. Slick feed.
Los Angeles has gone 6 of 12 from outside. A very nice 50% mark. Shooting the 3-ball well. Cook looking it over. The shot off that time. Good D by Payton. Here's Trier. That's good. And it's Payton with the assist. Payton's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. They're making this a runaway.
And the only question for me right now is just how big the lead will eventually become.
Now, here is Morris. Over Robinson. No good from Gasol.
How about the timing he shows there to challenge that shot?
Yeah, not easy to do there, and that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously.
Now here's Gibson after the Marc Gasol miss. Shot's good by Gibson.
Gibson got that shot off pretty quick there, ready to pull as the ball was approaching.
Here is Cook. For so long, the U.S. has been the country to beat in international basketball play. But there are some big-time challengers around the globe emerging.
Well, Serbia and Spain continue to be competition that the U.S. takes extremely seriously. And I'm not saying they don't take everybody that they step on the floor against with tremendous amount of respect. We know from years in the past that Argentina had its golden age with the players around Manu Ginobili and Oberto and Nocioni, but that seemed to be a timing thing for the Argentinian national team. Spain and Serbia will continue to be impressive and continue to push USA basketball in these international tournaments and Olympic play.
Here's Trier after the basket by Los Angeles. Outside Robinson. From deep three-point range. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. A different look for New York. Reggie Bullock comes in for Alonzo Trier. And it's Ntilikina in for Payton. And here's Caldwell Pope. He brings it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. Pass to Morris. Here's Caruso. Looking for Gasol. He gets it there. Over Robinson. And Gasol gets it to go. Gasol's got 4 points this quarter.
And he knows how to make good use of his size in that low block. And Gasol's inside game is very refined. There's a smoothness to how he approaches it.
And obviously some good players have taken less money for a chance at a winning championship situation. That's made some rich teams even better.
Well, you have to appreciate a player in that regard, thinking that the financial gains that he could have somewhere else and playing for a team that's not capable of doing what it is that you're trying to do, and that's win a championship, that they've decided, look, it's not about that for me. What it is about the experience of being around a team that elevates itself to being the best team in the league. And if you're fortunate enough at the highest level, Kevin, as a basketball player, to be around a championship, that experience sticks with you for a lifetime. So you do appreciate guys looking for those opportunities to be around a championship.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. For Los Angeles, they've gone 6 of 11 since the start of the fourth quarter. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. Here is Cook. Clock at 6. Here's Caruso. Drills it from outside.
Not shy from outside. There's no doubt about that. Spreading the floor and getting them up.
Here's Ntilikina. He dishes it to Bullock. From deep. Rebound the Lakers. Caldwell Pope's got 6 rebounds here tonight. He had stolen by Randall. Here's Ntilikina. Player salary is obviously a large investment, Brent. What are some other investments that owners can make to help their team get better, either on the floor or off?
Massive one, Kevin, obviously, is in terms of your players' wellness and what it is that you're doing with your physical therapy staff, your strength and conditioning staff, because you want these guys available at the best and maximum potential physically that they can give you. A lot of teams, quite frankly, in the past couple of seasons, Kevin, looking into other ways, holistic therapies, mental approach that they can have mental.
Wow, hammering it in!
Oh, got the momentum. Randall's a terror when he gets those steps underneath him right to the rack.
Here is Cook. Caldwell Pope outside. Lays it up and banks it in.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Dotson the pass to Gibson. And the pass to Ntilikina. That three off the mark. LA's gone downtown 13 times in this game, and they're just over 50%. 7 of 13 on threes. Passes it to Caruso. And here is Morris. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Cook. Back to Caldwell Pope from outside the arc. The rebound by Gibson. Gibson's got 6 rebounds now in the game. There's the steal. Cook kicks to Caldwell Pope. Sinks the three-pointer.
Well, that equals his three-point total from the first half. He had one before the break, and that's his first 3 of this half.
Randall throws it down.
Ntilikina sensing when one of his guys was not covered, and then he found him.
Here is Cook. Right side Gasol, all alone. That shot off. The Knicks have gone 8 of 14 from the floor here in the fourth quarter. Here's Randall, and Gasol sends it back. Here is Cook. You know, Brent, something other major sports do, reseeding during the playoffs. So the highest seeds always will play the lowest seeds. And do you think the NBA should go down that road?
I think the consideration will still be there. I think that conversation is going to happen over the course of the next 2 or 3 years. I don't see it changing in that time, Kevin, but it's healthy to continue the dialogue to the point where maybe we do get there.
Mm-hmm. And he knocks down the first one. And Los Angeles with some changes. Jones checked in for Morris. And Dudley subbed in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And so Cook nails both of them. New York's gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 three-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. Gasol against Gibson. Doesn't go that time. Gasol with the defensive effort. And here's the Lakers. They're on a 14-6 run. Here is Cook. Brent, when a team hires a new coach, what tends to be the feelings of the players in that locker room, knowing there's a new voice in there?
If you are a veteran player, you have the opportunity, more than likely, Kevin, to call 5 or 6 resources that know who that coach is. Because most of the time coaches that are getting hired have previous NBA experience. If you're a younger player, you're looking at what it is that's being written and said about that coach to try to evaluate how it is that you're going to fit in. The biggest responsibility, Kevin, is that new coach trying to get as many of those players into the facility or at a meeting or at a dinner to have them understand from day one, as soon as possible, what it is that they're about, what it is he's expecting from them, and how it is he's going to go about them. Then all the other things about guesswork, those go away.
Right. All about communication.
That communication, and communication as quick as you possibly can, that's an important factor.
Schedule, yes. It's rebounded by New York.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Lakers.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And they've really had a dominant run of games against this opponent this year. They played them 3 times and won every one.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Anthony Davis.
And with the way he came out energized on the defensive end in particular, getting a hand on a lot of shots, that really got them rolling.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Dudley finds Jones. Here's Caruso. He's defended by Randall. And it's Cook missing. And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense, potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. LeBron, were you satisfied with the team's performance tonight?
We got a very good team, but in order for us to continue to improve, we have to go out and we have to defend, we have to play for one another, and we have to be selfless. You know, it's not about the individual, it's about the team, and if we all give in to what the team needs to do to be better, then we'll be okay.
It is a work in progress, LeBron. Thanks for your time. Kevin?
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. See you later.